All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And we here to do the live preview for the Arizona Cardinal game, which Adrian Peterson is dubbing a must-win game, which I gotta agree with him. It's a must-win game to save some people jobs. It's a must-win game to save the season. And it's a must-win game to put belief back into the fan base. And when they do have capacity or crowds at some capacity, that fans will come and actually buy some tickets. Right? He said the notification when I shot the One Pride Nation. So hopefully we get in a situation where Sunday we could be getting some guys back. Um, Not exactly sure what the injury report looked like, but I'll talk about it. Let me pull it up. Give me a minute. So we got the injury report coming in. All right, so Hunter Bryant is out. Trufant is doubtful. Kenny Golladay, C.J. Moore, Big V is questionable, and Nick Williams was not listed. All right, Mason Cole is out. The lineman for the Cardinals. Fitzgerald and DeAndre Hopkins not listed. They was on the injury report with uh, non-injury, whatever issues. Christian Kirk, receiver, like I thought, will be out with a groin issue. Jordan Phillips was limited. He is questionable. Byron Murphy, Buda Baker, not listed. Drake Kirkpatrick is questionable. So give me 1 minute. Second. So I mean, fire all of them. What else is there to say? Some guys coming back tomorrow or Sunday. We used to doing these on Saturday. We getting some guys coming back tomorrow. We getting probably Big V. We getting more of a special teams guy. Um, I mean, who else we getting back tomorrow? Kenny Galladay. I mean, can he actually make a difference? Is the question. You know, that's the question. Can these dudes make a difference? So hopefully they are able to make a difference. But let's get into the preview. All right, we going against the Arizona Cardinal team who is 2-0. Bernardo, salute. We going against the Arizona Cardinal team that is 2-0. Quarterback is a dual threat. Great feet, unbelievable arm, but he is short. No Christian Kirk. He had a lot of air yards a couple weeks ago. So he out with a groin. Still got to deal with Larry Fitzgerald, who gave us the business last year down the stretch. Got to deal with DeAndre Hopkins. Key Drake, you got to deal with him as well, too. Defensively, I mean, they got some really good players over there. They got Isaiah Simmons, which he's not really doing much yet, and it takes some time. Also got Chandler Jones over there. Ooh, they got a nice little team they're bringing up. Cliff Kingsbury, which I couldn't remember his name for the life of me in the prediction video. He turning out not to be a bad coach. He better than Patricia. This was a guy. This was a guy who got fired at Texas Tech, left. Got fired, left USC. He's supposed to be offensive coordinator, and went to got a head coaching job. You look at him. Defensively, they bringing over Zach Allen, Corey Peters. I know he's still playing Jordan Phillips. Uh, they play a 3-4. Chandler Jones, Jordan Hicks, Devondre Campbell, Devin Kennard, former Lion. See a lot of those this season. Patrick Peterson, Byron Murphy at the corners, Chris Banjo and Buda Baker, who are the highest paid safety. They still got Hassan Reddick over there. I guess he ain't really lived up to the billing. He was a high draft pick out of Temple. Drake Kirkpatrick backing them up. So they got a solid team. And apparently they must be blocking a lot better over there for Kyler Murray, because for years the Arizona Cardinals didn't have anything of an offensive line. He said they would just run for 200 plus yards on us. I mean, At the end of the day, desperate times come for desperate measures. We talked about today how Martha confronted, not Martha, Sheila and her husband confronted Matt Patricia on the practice field, and the picture wasn't real clear, but they confronted him, and not sure what they talked about, but I mean that is what it is. So obviously the pressure's on, and at the end of the day, you know what the theme of the Lions are? You want to know what the theme of the Lions are for all of them? They lose games they supposed to win, and they win games they not supposed to win. So would it shock me if the Lions cover the spread this week? And I'll do that video tomorrow. If they cover the spread this week and they win this game, it wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me if the Detroit Lions went into Arizona and won the game, and they lost 11 straight. Arizona is a good team. They beat the 49ers. I think they played them close once or twice last year. They beat who else? They beat last week. They beat the Washington football team. Amazing defensive line. But they far from proving. They far from proving. They not indestructible. They far from perfect. So this is a perfect game that the Lions find a way to win tomorrow. People thinking, oh, we might go 0-4 into the bye. I can agree. I mean, I can see that. We might lose to the Jaguars, but they didn't look too good last night. Might lose to the Falcons. They just as cursed as we are. The Vikings look just as worse as we are. As soon as the season is out of reach, the Lions always do this. Besides on 16, they put up a valiant effort and they race and they start winning games they shouldn't win and get us out of the number one pick. That's the truth. That's just how this team is. Matthew Stafford, let's start there. He is a very important piece to winning tomorrow. He has to outplay Kyler Murray. He won't outrun Kyler Murray, but he has to outplay Kyler Murray tomorrow. He has to outplay him. But the thing about it is, you know what? A lot of those situations where we are in a situation where we out of playoff contention and we kind of right there in the middle. Matthew Stafford plays his best games when there's no pressure on him, when he posed to lose, when we get so far behind and he mounts a comeback. That's Stafford. That's been the calling card since Stafford got here. Stafford ain't won too many games that he won that we'd expect him to win. Stafford is a quarterback that can't handle the pressure. Y'all can say, well, we got this many fourth quarter comebacks. A lot of those fourth quarter comebacks, they was comebacks because he didn't play that well. Then all of a sudden he started playing good, and Stafford is just, he breaks under pressure. Him and Matt Ryan ain't too different from each other. They can't, you know how they go with this and say, well, you can't stand the rain. They can't stand the pressure. And I really started to notice that. I noticed it, but I never really spoke on it. But a couple years ago, we played the San Francisco 49ers. And we got behind, and Stafford started mounting the comeback a little bit. And then when he could have won the game, then he threw a pick, he threw the ball on the ground. And Stafford is a lot of the, he's the biggest issue outside of the ownership and the management and the coaching. Stafford is the biggest issue. Stafford let Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had one shining moment. Let me say that again. Sam Darnold had one shining moment in his career. It was versus the Lions. Tell me I'm lying. He got outplayed by him. He got outplayed by I'll think about another guy, Jimmy Garoppolo, but that one I'm thinking about. Man, he get outplayed by everybody. There's so many of Matthew Stafford contemporaries that have passed him up. You know what I'm saying? It's so many of them that, and a lot of our problems on the field start with him. It does. It start with him. He come from University of Georgia. They just as cursed as the Lions are. The whole state of Georgia is cursed. Matthew Stafford can't handle no pressure. He said him and Matt Ryan are friends. Let me do you another one. Him and Clayton Kershaw are friends. Clayton Kershaw can't win the big one either with the Dodgers. He another guy who can't handle the pressure. That's one hell of a threesome right there, Benjamin Falk. That's where your issues start at. You want to know why you can't go up the field and consistently score touchdowns? You linked on Jason Hanson and you linked on Matt Prater so much. Matthew Stafford. Stafford is just one of those unlucky dudes, man. He let, I mean, quarterbacks you never think of outplay Stafford, they outplay him. So what you think tomorrow? Kyler Murray should outplay him, right? You know, he should outplay him. But you look at the matchups we got tomorrow. Once again, you're screaming T.J. fucking Hawkinson. You screaming his name like Switch. I call your name, girl. You screaming his name. He had 9 targets the first 2 weeks. No, excuse me. What did he have? 10 targets the first 2 weeks, and he had 9 receptions. That's a 90% rate that he gonna catch the ball. There's a 90% chance you throw it to Hawkinson, he gonna catch the ball. And obviously, it's early in the season. Last year, he knocked the Arizona Cardinals dick in the dirt. You stop me when I'm lying. He had 5 receptions on 5 targets week 1. He had 4 receptions on 5 targets week 2. He tore up the Arizona Cardinals. You would think, 1 + 1 = 2. You would think Darrell Bevell and Matthew Stafford said, you know what? We got to find a way to get the ball. Hold on. I got time today. I thought Darnold suffered because ownership. I thought he didn't. I ain't trying to hear that shit. He garbage. Sam Darnold is trash. I don't want to hear that. Oh, he suffered because of that motherfucker is trash. He's trash. I know. Hey, look. I know. I may not know when the quarterback might be good 100% of the time, but I can tell you about 80-90% of the time. I know when they trash, and Sam Darnold is trash. He ain't suffered because no owner. He wasn't shit at USC. There ain't no Adam Gase. Sam Darnold is trash. Stop making excuses for him. He is trash. There is no excuses. Y'all making excuses. He sucks. Name me a highlight at USC, bro. Name me a good quarterback since Carson Palmer. I got time today. I'll take a detour real quick. Matt Flynn, not Matt Flynn. Matt Liner, Matt Castle. What's the other light skinned boy that Matt Barkley? I ain't trying to hear he ain't got no receivers. He is trash. Trash. He had that boy Robbie Anderson. He had Crowder. He is simply trash. You put him in Cleveland with the receivers that Becker, he trash. It don't make no. Look at him. He look like you just want to punch him in the face. Sam Darnold is trash. Stop defending him, bro. He couldn't play in college. He can't play in the pros. Sam Darnold is garbage. Look at Josh Allen. He ain't had no receivers for a while. He ain't had no receivers for a while. This Black D salute. You got a new channel? I'll get you a wrench. Trash. So stop defending him. You show me somewhere where he had a stretch where he was good. And don't bring up no how he suck. See, I'm gonna play the race card here. If that was Lamar Jackson over there in the same situation, hold on. If that was Lamar Jackson in the same situation, what would they be saying? Would they be saying, "Oh, it's the ownership, it's the coach"? No, they'd be saying he trash. Remember, Lamar Jackson took over a team that wasn't even playoff bound. Remember, they was worst in the league at running the ball. They didn't have no offense through the air. They plugged in Lamar Jackson. They made the playoffs. Sam Darnold is simply a trash quarterback. Always was, always will be. He is trash. Please stop. Please save me the sympathy. He came out of USC. He didn't deserve to be. What was he? The number 2. He didn't deserve to be that pick. Come on, man. Get out of here, man. I like Jeff Driscoll over Sam Darnold. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it with my chest too. I like Jeff Driscoll over Sam Darnold. I like the way playing the kissing game. Stop, Mason. Sound. Nobody want to care. Nobody want to see you. This called Motor City Sports Talk, not Mason Show. You start your own YouTube channel with your brother. Let's move on. Like I was saying before, I was interrupted by the Sam Darnold crusade, which he ain't gonna never be nothing. Like I said a million times before. All right, I was intercepted by them. Okay. T.J. Hockenson should have the most targets. I don't care if it's Kenny Golladay, Kenny Golladay. I don't care who he is. Kenny Lattimore. I killed Kenny. I don't know. I was actually where your wrench was at. I thought you got a new channel. I ain't take your wrench. Funny things been going around because Run Pride, I thought I had a wrench. He got deleted. I don't know. There you go. I killed Kenny. You killed Kenny. I wouldn't care about Kenny Golladay tomorrow. I wouldn't care about him until I start putting my foot up their ass with Hockenson. When Hockenson out there got 12 or 13 or 14 catches, then when they start bracketing and they start doubling Kenny TJ Hockenson, then I go down to Kenny Golladay. Now let's talk about the Golladay effect. You know, how much of Golladay you gonna get tomorrow? Can he push off the line? Does he really have a hamstring issue? See, everybody I gave a wrench though got no wrench. I don't know what's going on. I thought I gave Lord Lennox a wrench. Hold on. Stop moving the chat. Hold on. Got Mason in my lap. So, you know, Hockenson, it should be a heavy dose of Hockenson, play action, and run game. But I'll get to the run game. Wow, I want to know how Kenny Golladay look. Is he pushing off the line? Can he get separation? Can he stretch the field? You know, I'm really not. You look his way because you need him. But honestly, I mean, TJ Hockenson got the matchup. TJ Hockenson got the matchup tomorrow. DeAndre Swift out the backfield got the matchup tomorrow. All right, them the matchups you want to see tomorrow. You know, and everything should revolve around Peterson, Swift running and catching the ball, Hockenson. It should revolve around them. Play action, Hockenson. Everything else is just going to support that. That would be my game plan. I would say, how can I get the ball to Hockenson? How can I target Hockenson 20 times tomorrow? He said Dave Burkett said Kenny Golladay looked good. Then if he out there looking good and pushing off the line, you gotta ask yourself, was he holding out? Cause why he ain't got paid yet? Brian Waller salute. He said TJ 20-30 a game run, TJ run. Yeah, man, need to keep giving him the ball. But if you ask yourself, if Golladay go out there, he look good. Why he ain't been playing? Because he ain't got his money. I'm telling y'all because he ain't got his money. He been healthy. We didn't hear about, he pulled up limp in a receiving drill or he pulled up limp in a scrimmage. This just seemed funny to me. This seemed hella funny to me that all of a sudden he healthy, he pushing off the line. But we not gonna push that narrative. Tomorrow, that should be the game plan. I don't want to see Kerryon Johnson in on the rundown ever. I want to see that fullback. I want to see Swift. I want to see Peterson. You know what? Where Ty Johnson been? We've been looking for Ty Johnson like we've been looking for new Ty Dolla Sign music. Where has been Ty Johnson been? We need to give him the ball or find a way to give him the ball. He getting money for what? But to be honest, I'm going out there with Peterson and Swift. I'm riding the Adrian Peterson train until them legs fall off. Until he show me, 35, 36 years old. I'm tired of seeing Kerryon run the ball. They can release Kerryon Johnson for all I care. And I had high hopes for him coming into the season. They can release him. He can be to the streets, you know. But I want to see Peterson and Swift thunder and lightning. And I'm thinking I got a fantasy stardom and sit him coming up. I think Marvin Jones is gonna have a sneaky good game tomorrow. All of a sudden you're gonna see Marvin Jones start to get some good opportunities. When the coverage is rolling towards Golladay and is rolling towards T.J. Hockenson, Marvin Jones gonna be at his best. Don't be surprised if you see Marvin Jones have his best game of the season tomorrow. Watch what I tell you. Marvin Jones needs a number one to take the pressure off of him. Don't be surprised. I think Damian Amendola had some good catches versus Arizona last year too. And I understand that Patrick Peterson is playing. I get it. He says, fire all of them, don't pay anyone, trade all of them, and start over. No, you got to pay Kenny Golladay. You dumb. Yeah, dumb as the days is long if you don't play Kenny Golladay. You have to pay Golladay because he is young. He is a stud. He's a stud. How do you not play Kenny Golladay? You ain't in a position where, you know, you can throw away talent, especially young talent. You ain't in a position where you can throw away T.J. Hockenson. You ain't in a position you can get rid of Golladay. You got rid of Slay. You got rid of Quadre. You got rid of Glover. Come on. Even if you rebuild with another quarterback next year, don't he need the ball to throw to somebody? What you mean for what? How old is Kenny Golladay? How old is Kenny? He's 26 years old. He turned 20. Why would you get rid of him? Why? Just tell me why. Fire all of them. Why would you get rid of Kenny Golladay? I'll let you have the floor. Why would you get rid of Kenny Golladay? I can see if you say get rid of Marvin Jones. I can see if you say get rid of Danny Amendola. I can agree with that. Oh, Jamal Agnew not doing nothing. I can agree with that. I can say if you get rid of Kerryon Johnson, get rid of Stafford. I get that. Why would you give away your number one weapon? He said, yeah, he could throw to the first round pick. I get you. Come on, man. What's the chances of you finding a Kenny Golladay in the first round? Hold on. What's the chances you getting the first round draft pick for him? For one, he got a good new contract. So right then and there, that first that you thought you was getting from him, that's a second round draft pick right there. For two, you ain't gonna get no first or second for no receiver because I can always draft a receiver and find one. So you tell me, do you trust the organization to find another player that's as good as Kenny Golladay with that? Let's just say this hypothetical first round draft pick. Do you trust him? Come on, man. That's your best player. Frank Ragnar was right there with him. Why would you trade him? Too young. You groomed him and you let him go somewhere else. I mean, I know he'd love to get traded. He'd love to be gone out of Detroit. Oh, you keep him. Why you think Cincinnati kept AJ Green? Hey, and it speeds up the process for Joe Burrows. They got Tyler Boyd, they got AJ Green, he got some receivers to throw to. So you bring in Trevor Lawrence, he gonna be throwing to Quintez Cephas. Because we know Marvin Jones not coming back. He going to somewhere. He might get traded by the deadline. We know Amendola ain't coming back. So you telling me, I just want to tell you how stupid some people sound. So you telling me you bring in Lawrence, you bring in Trav, whatever the dude from North Dakota, you bring in Justin Fields, you bring in some other quarterback. So you want a rookie throwing to Quintez Cephas, throwing to another. It just sounds stupid. You just sound ignorant. No, you keep talent. Now if he was 30, 31, then I agree with you. The Lions need the Jim Animal. John Q said the animal need to keep the animal. Sorry, the Lions need to keep Kenny G. Regardless, they won't probably have Marvin Jones and Amendola next year. Only have Cephas. Facts. But let's keep going on. Right. Tomorrow, I mean, if I'm the offensive coordinator, Hockenson and a heavy dose of Peterson and Swift. It's time to let Swift run the ball in between the tackles. I'd rather see Ty Swift, aka Ty Johnson, aka Ty Dollar Sign. I'd rather see Agnew before I see Kerryon Johnson out there on rundowns. So I want a lot of Peterson tomorrow. I want a lot of Swift tomorrow. I want a lot of TJ Hockenson, and then after that everybody can get there. So offensively, that's my game plan tomorrow. Hockenson should have another huge game versus Arizona. Ain't nothing changed out there with their linebackers. Ain't nothing really changed there. He should have a great matchup. He said, I'm not paying anyone on this team. Why not? Why not? Why don't you pay Kenny Golladay? That's all I'm asking. You paid Taylor Decker already. You paid Big V. You paid Trey Flowers. You paid Justin Coleman. He said the Lions have wasted a ton of time. Okay, why? Nothing. I can't do it no more. Let me get you out of here. Let me send you to the shadow realm, my brother. Get out of here. The Lions wasting the Trey Flowers for real. Get that man some help in his prime. Man, he ain't shit to begin with. I said that. I just told you that he ain't shit to begin with. Let's go to the defense. He too slow. Make sure I check out One Pride Nation channel too. Click on the same and subscribe. He too slow. You know what I'm saying? In today's NFL, the edge rushers are getting faster, stronger, and athletic. The Lions are getting slower in the front seven. The only dynamic player they got maybe is Davis and Collins. Across the line, Deshaun Hand has been a huge disappointment this year. Julian Okoro is supposed to bring some electricity off the edge. He ain't played. Danny Shelton slow. Nick Williams slow. Christian Jones slow. They just got a big slow front seven. And that's just what they unathletic. With all the quarterbacks being able to be mobile, be shifty, improvise, you can't be slow no more. Why do you think Chicago went out there and got Robert Quinn to match with Khalil Mack doing on the other side? You know what I'm saying? Look at the let's take for example. Look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? Look at their front seven. You got a Ndamukong Suh who's still pretty much athletic. You got William Golston from Cass Tech. You got Levante David who run a 4-4. You got Devin, what's his name? Devin Smith or whatever it is from LSU. He a 4-4-4-3 guy. This your linebackers you're talking about. You got Jason Pierre-Paul who's still pretty athletic. You got Shaq Barrett. The NFL is going towards athletic players everywhere in the front seven. You have to be athletic, bro. You got tight ends running 4-4s and 4-3s. You got quarterback running 4-4 and 4-5s, 4-3s. You got running backs that's getting bigger and stronger and faster. The Lions are building a team that's barbaric. They building a team that's out of date. It's obsolete. It's like walking around with the first iPhone. No speed in the front seven. No superstars in the front seven. You gotta have difference makers. You gotta have a Watt. You gotta have a Sue. You gotta have a Cameron Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a Warren Sapp, a John Randall, a Reggie White, a Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that player. They don't have nobody on the line that you say, you know what? We gotta double him. Nobody. When you had a Ndamukong Suh, oh, you had to double him. When you had Cliff Avril, hey, you had to watch out for him. When we had Ziggy Ansah, you say what you want to say about Ziggy. He did better than Bartavius Mingo. You had DeAndre Levy that 1 year after they got rid of Justin Durant, he shined. You don't have nobody in the front seven that you have to account for? Nobody. There's nobody that's going that wreaks havoc. There's nobody who's super strong. There's nobody who's super twitchy. The Lions are old and slow everywhere. Receivers, Marvin Jones and Amendola, they slowed down. Adrian Peterson, Kerryon Johnson, they slow. Jared Davis, he athletic, but he can't play football to save his life. Christian Jones, slow. Jamie Collins is an older player who hasn't made a difference. Want to know why the Cleveland Browns released him and the Patriots didn't bring him back? Now you're seeing why this year. Deshaun Hand, he had one good season. We thought he was going to be the savior. Trash this year. Where's the speed at? The DB's supposed to be fast, so they don't get credit for having fast DBs. Ricky E. Salute, what's going on, brother? You don't get credit. You don't get credit for the DB backfield. Now, if they slow, then that's another conversation, which we pretty good. Will Harris running 4.4, Walker running the 4.5s. You know, Awakwi running 4.4, Akuda running 4.4. Coleman got to run in the same range. They slow. They slow they slow everywhere it matters. In today's NFL, I mean, that's how Bill Belichick's said, dog, salute. Strict advisory, salute. That's how Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells' defense was with the Giants. They were slow everywhere except for Lawrence Taylor in the front seven. Today's NFL, you got to have multiple athletes up front like Lawrence Taylor, which I think Lawrence Taylor is the greatest football player of all time. Barry and Jerry Rice is right there with him for a tie. You know, some people say Deion Sanders. No way. Deion ain't in my top 5. Ain't no cornerback that high. Let's just keep it real. Lawrence Taylor was all pro. Just tell me how Deion Sanders better than Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor was all pro at middle linebacker, outside linebacker, and he wanted 3 defensive players in history to win the MVP. Not the defensive player. Lawrence Taylor is the greatest defensive player of all time. I don't think that. And he was on coke. So you had a dope fiend out there killing it. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving. So, we just old and slow, and the guys in the front seven who can be athletic, like Julian. Who else you got in the Julian, Hand, and Davis? They just Okora ain't playing this year. I don't know why. You drafted him 3rd round, he ain't playing. And then you got Davis and Hand. I don't know what's going on with Hand. I gotta watch the tape, but but looking at this defense Sunday, you gotta just contain. You look online, he was a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know Lawrence Taylor was on dope. You didn't see Waterboy? But you got to keep Kyler Murray in the pocket. That's the number one thing. Kyler Murray is Deion has some nice shoes. Him and Barry. Kyler Murray, you got to keep him in the pocket. Now, I said this on my prediction video. On passing downs, I'll put Trey Flowers in Hand at defensive tackle, and I will put Collins at end with his hand in the dirt, and I will put one of the core brothers with their hand in the dirt. What my idea is, I would tell my ends not to lose contain. And the reason I put Flower in Hand in the interior is to push the pocket up the middle. So if Murray can't break contain, where is he going to go? He has to step up in the pocket. He's too short. So what you want to do is keep contain on the outside. I would tell Collins and Okor under no circumstances do we break contain. I don't care if you think you can get them. You get contained, and Flowers in Hand. Don't you keep your gap discipline. And I want to contain them on the outside, and I want to make the small quarterback step up in the pocket and throw over the big uglies. That's how you beat him. You don't necessarily need a spy. If you got good gap discipline, you can beat him. That's how you do it. This offensive line, it ain't done yet. So, I would just say keep contain on the outside, push the pocket in the middle. You want to make this guy beat you from the pocket. But then again, everything we talking about, they not gonna do. They gonna do a good first 2 or 3 quarters on Kyler Murray, or a good quarter on Kyler Murray. Y'all, the Lions can do it. Then Kyler Murray gonna break off some long runs. He gonna break our his foot up our ass. He gonna score some touchdowns. He gonna throw it to Hopkins. We know what it's gonna be tomorrow. But my game plan will be on known passing downs. Them Okora, either one of them. Collins will be my rusher. Flowers on the inside with him pushing the pocket off the inside. But obviously you could say we can double DeAndre Hopkins. He moves around the slot a lot. You can double him all you want to, but I mean, if you get pressured, Kyler Murray can't get him the ball. And also another problem out there is Kenyon Drake. He's he might run for 500 yards tomorrow. I think that's definitely a fantasy starter, Kenyon Drake. He catch it out the backfield. He run it out the backfield. He explosive as well too. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys tomorrow, daily fantasy, regular standard fantasy, a lot of you guys gonna start Kyler Murray, Kenyon Drake. Now last week, I love Devontae Adams. He ain't do nothing. Stat wise, he was 8,600 on FanDuel. He ain't do nothing. So, like I said tomorrow, I think Kenyon Drake is probably gonna be my lock. I'll probably lock him in. But tomorrow, I mean, you're not dealing with an offense who got a lot of speed outside of Kyler Murray and Kenyon Drake. Christian Kirk, he out tomorrow with a groin injury. So you looking at DeAndre Hopkins, he more of a possession receiver. He can stretch it out. And then when you looking at Larry Fitzgerald, he ain't running by nobody. So you really don't have to worry about the threat of them going deep, unless the play breakdown. They do got do they still got the that receiver boy? I'm gonna look it up. Do they still got that white boy who can run from UMass? I want to know if they still got that guy. I'm gonna check it out right now because that white boy can run. Yeah, they got him, Andy Isabel. Hey man, Andy Isabel, somebody look out for. And Andy Isabel probably gonna get down tomorrow. He the one guy that can run by some guys from Kenyon Drake, so and Kyler Murray as well. So, you know, so Kyler Murray a problem. You just got to keep him in the pocket. I mean, it sounds easy. Keep him in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? And in the play breakdown, he get outside the pocket. I mean, he accurate on the run. He got a big arm. He can go down the field. I mean, he just got a dynamic. He's a dynamic talent with his arm and his legs. And how you beat him? You pressure. You blitz him. You blitz him. You blitz him. You blitz him up the middle. You blitz him off the edge. You don't let him get an opportunity to get a window. And if we don't blitz him, make sure you get your hands up to back the ball down. You sitting back and you letting this dude, you letting him, run around. No, you got to come get him. If it's any other good day to blitz, it's tomorrow. I mean Sunday. I'm used to doing these on Saturday. Blitz, 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 blitz. The only person you worried about running by you is Andy Isabel and Kenyon Drake. You know what I'm saying? If my corners can't chase down DeAndre Hopkins, then hey, they don't deserve to be in the league. I'm blitzing and I'm pressing. I'm blitzing till the cows come home. I don't care if we up by 50. I'm trying to take that little joker's head off. Blitz, 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 blitz. I'm blitzing all day tomorrow. I'm blitzing on first down. I'm blitzing on putting downs. I'm blitzing on. I'm sending everybody after the punter tomorrow. What the Lions got to lose? It's a blitz affair. I mean, this is like being back with John, with Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz couldn't blitz at all. Do y'all remember that? Yeah, Noble salute. Eric Shake Sean on. He said Kyler Murray is a very good young quarterback. He very much well is. He better than sorry ass Darnold. But I'm blitzing him tomorrow. I'm making that midget throw over me. Trey Flowers tall and long. Collins got some height on him. I'm sending the heat tomorrow. But like I said before, when you had Jim Schwartz He didn't know how to blitz neither. Y'all forget that. I never forget that. All we did was rush four. Our four was nasty at one point in time. Cliff, Vanden Bosch. Eventually, you got Fairley, Sue. It was nasty. But Jim Schwartz didn't know how to send no pressure. And Martin Mayhew, even though he was a defensive back in his league for Tampa, he didn't believe in drafting defensive backs in the first and second round. This is why you got Bill Bentley. This is why you got Alex Carter. This is why you got Aaron Bentley. I think he might have been responsible for Nevin Lawson. This is why. They brought in Chris Houston via the free agency. At one point before all that, they brought in Dre Bly. They didn't believe in drafting cornerbacks. Before Darius Slay was drafted, I believe Terry Flair was the last cornerback drafted as high as he was in the second round. All right, so they didn't know how to blitz with Schwartz neither. Terrell Austin got here. He pretty much structured the defense where they played some zone, they played some man, they knew how to blitz. He was the best defensive coordinator they had in the last I'd probably say 20 years. Oh, you hate Nevin Lawson if you don't remember Aaron Berry. Aaron Berry legitimately lost. Stafford would have a playoff win if it wasn't for Aaron Berry. See, people like, what you mean? Aaron Berry, Drew Brees gave Aaron Berry like 4 or 5 picks in that Lions and Saints game. He threw the ball right to Aaron Berry. Aaron Berry, I couldn't stand Aaron Berry, bro. If I seen Aaron Berry on the streets doing there, even if he whooped my ass, I'll try to fight him. Aaron Berry was sorry as they come. He was sorrier than Nevin Lawson. Drew Brees legitimately hit him right here in the chest. This Joker couldn't. If he would have he had a couple pick sixes in that game too. We single-handedly lost that game because Aaron Berry dropped some picks. But back to the topic at hand. Right. Sunday. I keep saying tomorrow. I'm thinking today's Saturday. Tomorrow it's all about blitzing. Pressure. They got to get pressure on Kyler Murray. If they can send some pressure and they keep they gap discipline, I think they're going to keep this game close. And my synopsis of this game is don't bet on it. If you're doing multiple fantasy lineups and fantasy, regular fantasy or FanDuel DraftKings, Kyler Murray is not a lock for all your lineups. I'm going to say it again. Kyler Murray should not be in every one of your lineups tomorrow. When you're dealing with the Lions, they win games they're not supposed to, and they lose games they're supposed to win. Don't sleep on the Lions winning this upset tomorrow. Don't sleep on the Lions. I wouldn't bet a dime on this game. Either way. Don't be surprised if the Lions win this game. Don't be surprised if Kyler Murray don't have his big game. Don't be surprised if Matthew Stafford don't go off. I won't be surprised if all the opposite happens. But I'm telling you, I would not start Kyler Murray or Hopkins in all my lineups. Maybe 60, 70% of them, maybe 50% of them. But in my experiences, a lot of these dudes that look like locks on Sunday not. I expect this game to be competitive at some point in time. But I think once again there's going to be a turning point, like in the second quarter last week. Well, technically it's this week. Sunday is the start of a new week. But the turning point, I can't tell you what it would be on Sunday. Would be a pick, a fumble, a penalty, But I think this game is going to be competitive for a while. I think it's going to be competitive going into the late stages of the third quarter. And at some point, it's going to be something that turns the game around. I think Murray figure it out. And I think Murray has a big fourth quarter. But I take questions. So I got it 35-20 to Arizona Cardinals. Now, once again, I would not be shocked if the Lions pull this out. Now, if the question's going to come like, hey, man, should we fire Patricia after tomorrow's game? Hey, I'm with firing Patricia right now. I'm with firing Quinn Trisha right now. But let's see. Any questions, I'll take them. He said, I think the Lions can keep it close if they stick to the offensive game plan, but the Lions got to put up 35. He read my mind. I just said that. I heard last night they trying to trade Marvin Jones. Yeah. I heard the Patriots was interested in him early this week. So yeah, I heard Marvin Jones in the Patriot rumor mill. Yup, I did a video on that. Yup, heard it. We got to be on the field for Stafford to go off. Murray can be on the field all day with his run game. Yeah, his run game. Yeah, him and Kenyon Drake is pretty good. Yep. He said, man, hell no, Dez. Who said Dez about Dez? Oh, hold on. He said, Syed say, do you think we should get Dez Bryant? Nope. We already old and slow. But the Lions love washed up players, so they might. You ain't lying. Colin Salute, he said, who should the Lions draft? Damn, I don't know. Shit, I know Joe Milton gonna go off this year, though. Shit, we might be looking at Milton, baby. Oh, Joe sent Dylan McCaffrey to the transfer pool. I like McCaffrey, too. He got the Cardinals winning 28-21. I think they're gonna put up more than 28 points. I do. I think they're gonna put up at least 30-some points. Oh yeah, you already know about Dez. You know I be cooking on Dez. Mister, I beat my mama. Mr. Oh yes, sir. Mr. Jerry Jones he's good to me, sir. I think Jerry's just the best master I ever had, sir. Yes, sir. I love old Jerry Jones. You know, Jerry's calls me into the master bedroom to shave his toenails, sir, and I just don't have no problem with him, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks, Mr. Master Jerry Jones. Yeah, man, I can't stand that. You already know what Dez is. I hope Michigan to the Rose, but man, we going all the way this year. Joe Milton ain't playing no games. He would have went all the way somewhere last year if it wasn't for Shea Butter Patterson. That's another guy I can't stand. William Spade and Shea Patterson, I can't stand them, dog. Out of all the Michigan people that he came through, I can't stand them. Oh, man, I hate them. It ain't because they white. I just can't. They just sucked. I have more respect for O'Korn and Rudock. I think if they could have had Jake Rudock as the quarterback last year, they would have made it to the Big Ten championship game. They would have made it to the Big Ten championship. Man, I don't start me. I can't wait till Michigan football start back. I'm gonna dress these dogs in Michigan gear. Joe Milton got an arm. I knew he was the real deal when he said they asked him about, "Are you going to transfer?" He said, "No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stick it out." When he said that, Dylan McCaffrey, he gone. I like McCaffrey too. I mean, Brandon Peters wasn't that bad neither. You know, Jim Harbaugh is just like, dude. You ever played baseball and you hit the ball and it's in the air? You just got that one guy on the team that just panicked and he dropped the foul. He dropped the ball. He'd be looking up to catch the ball, and he got sunglasses or it's a cloudy day, and he always just when the moment of truth comes, he just dropped the ball. That's like Jim Harbaugh with his quarterbacks. He about to come right out there, and we about to close the in and out. Here we go. He just dropped. Let's go to the transfer quarterback. Remember this year, he tried to get the kid from USC. He tried to get the guy from USC, the quarterback, because they had the freshman come in last year. Because when their original quarterback 5-star broke their leg, and the freshman came out and balled out. He tried to get that veteran quarterback, man. Soon as that ball come and him to close out the inning, Jim Harbaugh wanted to go get another quarterback. He don't trust the system. Yeah, Joe Milton won the job. Dylan McCaffrey transferred. He in the transfer pool. Yep, he won the job. He won it like a while ago. It was just announced that Nico Collins was opting out, and then when that news came out, Dylan McCaffrey joined the transfer pool. Yep. Detroit Elijah Sportscast. He said the Lions just suck. We'll see tomorrow. Michigan is not that good on paper. We'll see, baby. We'll see. We lost a lot of receivers. I think we getting Chris Evans back. I like Charbonnet. So we'll see. We lost a lot of guys on defense to the draft. over the last 2 years, but we'll see. They not an organ. They not a school who don't reload. I mean, Ohio State reload. They come in with a Tech 9. They come in with a Glock. They come with they just reload and come get stronger. Michigan reload too. The biggest problem with Michigan is the same biggest problem with the Lions. It's coaching. Michigan got talent. Michigan could have beat Ohio State last year. They had a quarterback to do it. That's the biggest difference. He said Allen Robinson hasn't got his money yet. Nope. Tyreek Cohen got paid this week though. $17 million. Yeah. He won a job like a couple. I mean, apparently he had been won a job. I found out late. You know, if Lions don't sign Golladay, should they? Yeah, you gotta trade him. I mean, you can franchise tag him, Eric. You can franchise tag him. So it's a. I mean, but guess what? The only receiver you got coming back next year that you can believe in is Cephas. You know, so and then you probably gonna have a rookie quarterback coming in next year. So he said we lost. He said should the Lions draft Fields? Yeah, I like Fields. I like Lawrence. They've been battling forever. I like them both. I'll be happy with either one of them. I don't discriminate. I might hate Ohio State on Saturday, but if they can help us win on Sunday, I don't discriminate. We lost Josh. I can't pronounce his name. You know what you're talking about. I think that's the big loss. Don Brown, but I mean they reload though. That's the problem. They gonna have another Josh, whatever. Was that the guy that went to the Patriots? They all Michigan always had talent. The biggest thing with Michigan been since like the Rose Bowl they won versus Washington State has been the coaching. Lloyd Carr hadn't been no good. He was one of the worst coaches. Remember he benched Braylon Edwards in a critical game. Lloyd Carr they've been had bad coaching for years with Michigan. That's been the biggest issue. Michigan recruit itself. I can go recruit at Michigan. Coaching has been the biggest downfall at Michigan for the last 20 years. I've been watching Michigan football for my whole life. Coaching. There ain't been the talent from the A Train to David Tyrell to Braylon Edwards to Larry Foote to Lamar Woodley. You know what I'm saying? They had talent on top of talent. Charles Woodson, Brian Greasy. Through the years, I've seen them all. Michigan used to be known for big uglies. Taylor Lewan. I mean, was it not Joe Tom? What's the kid? Jake Long. Hopefully I'm saying his name right there, retired early. We had talent. Michigan had one thing you knew about Michigan, it was just like Wisconsin. They was gonna have a first round offensive lineman every year that came out. Michigan was they were gonna have first round linemen, D line, offensive line, and linebackers. Michigan had dominated the trenches when they was in the late 90s, early 2000s. They dominated. Ohio been whooping. You ain't lying. They've been beating us every year. Every year I get even madder. Everybody leave the house. The dogs be wanting to leave. Nobody like that game when I'm at home. Harbaugh looked for his Andrew Luck and haven't found him, and that's why all these transfer. You ain't lying, bro. Just develop. Michigan needs that home run threat running back. Zach Carr is cool. I like Charbonnet. Charbonnet did well for a true freshman last year. I think he's going to get bigger and stronger. Charbonnet probably going to be up for the Heisman this year or next year. We lost Lavert Hill at corner, all corners. They got that young guy. Too. He was a freshman. Can't remember his name. They got a lot of talent, bro. They got talent on top of talent. The difference is the coaching. They got a 5-star from Jersey last year. I can't remember his name. Do you like the idea of Westbrook or no? I just did a video yesterday. Check it out. My last pick said no. I don't want no DeMarcus Rodgers. I don't want no DeMar. I don't want no Westbrook. I think about Fred VanVleet. For me personally, it's Brandon Ingram or nothing. I like Malik Beasley. I like Malik Beasley. I like Bojanovic from Sacramento. He a free agent. I like Jakob Porto, the backup big fella. And right now, I haven't done a lot of draft homework, but I fell in love with Tyrese Haliburton. Avery Thomas. What's the other cat name we had? The one they called him the little brothers. I forget him. He was with the Colts for a minute. Mike Hart, yeah, we always had talent. I think if Michigan had Michigan State coaching through these, I mean, not this past year when Mark D'Antonio just went crazy. About 3 or 4 years ago, if Michigan had Michigan State coaching, Michigan probably would have won a national championship. Oladipo, no, I think Oladipo on the paper chase. I mean, he on a championship chase. He need to go to Miami. No, Oladipo need to go to a contender. Harry Giles, no. We got enough injury-prone players. We got Luke Kennard. I mean, Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose. I'm good on Harry Giles. He too injury-prone, bro. No, we need to start drafting for a little bit of durability. That's one thing I did like about Andre. He was durable. Throw the bus at Michael Porter Jr. I don't care if he's a Trump supporter. I mean, shit, Biden supporters ain't no better. Shit. You ain't black if you don't know who to vote for, boy, between me and Donald Trump. I'm going to just hold my vote. I'm straight. I ain't picking between the lesser or the evils. This ain't Vampire from Brooklyn. I'm good. But, I mean, oh, yeah, Kelly Oubre. They trading him, too. One of my subs sent me the article. They looking to get rid of him in the 10th. I love Oubre. I love Oubre and Diombo in the wings. But CJ, they're both small forwards. What are you gonna do with Diombo? Come on. They both athletic enough to play the two. This is a positionless league. Diombo can play the two. Oubre can play the. Do you understand how nasty them dudes would be on the wing, locking shit down, and they both can shoot? Woo, woo, man, they locking shit down. That's the they a good wing combo. And Tyrese Haliburton, people talk about his shot, and I don't care. That brother shooting like 44% from the 3-point lane. I'll take it. Yeah, I love Oubre. That's my guy. I like Michael Porter Jr. I was mad when the Pistons traded that pick. And the Clippers passed. I said, we could have took that boy. I heard the 76ers open to trade anyone. I heard they trying to get James Harden. And they might bring D'Antoni in. I mean, I'll take Harden on the Pistons. I don't like Harden, but I'll take him. He too good. Plus, if you ever keep that pick, Haliburton can lock shit down too. But I love Oubre, bro. Oubre, my guy. You know what I'm saying? The Pistons, they turn around. They turnaround shouldn't be that long though. You know, if they take the right calculated risks. Michael Porter and Diombo go crazy. Yeah, he don't play no D though. I don't know if it's because his back or whatever, but Kelly Oubre, you know what you're getting. Oubre, you getting a dog. Oubre is a Piston. Oubre and Diombo are Pistons. I tell you that right now. Oubre a pit bull and Diombo a pit bull. They Pistons. They play defense. That's their calling card. They defenders. They can play on the. That's the thing about the Pistons. That's what we built on. We built on that defense, that nastiness, that dirtiness. That's what the Pistons built on. The Pistons represent the city of Detroit more than any other franchise. You know, we do what need to be done by any means necessary. If the Lions adopted that on the football field, they'd be all right. But they want to be good in two shoes. And be the pussy. Yeah, he always crying and shit. You know what? I was at a video earlier on my other channel. Check it out, Goodfellas Sports TV, about Harden. And if they was thinking about putting Embiid in that system, it wouldn't work. Embiid would have to get down to like 250. You know, he would have to get down and be the Mari Stoudemire pick and roll. He ain't disciplined enough. Embiid is not gonna have a long career. You know, he don't have a long career. Denver can get Luke Kennard. Man, they keeping that boy. They ain't stupid. But if so, the Pistons would be good if Oubre can defend and hit. Yeah, long they get the point guard to facilitate. Nope. I'm good on Montrezl Harrell too. Jonathan Isaac out for next year, so he out. So he won't be traded. Not the wing. I like the wings and they hockey time, but The Pistons just got that. They got that pit bull mentality. I mean, that started with Isaiah and Lambeer though. Pistons just represent the city, and plus they a bunch of brothers too. I love the Wings. I used to love the Viper games too. I used to get free tickets to the Viper games. Pistons need to stay young. We don't. Yeah, that's my whole. I need to build young. You need some veterans though. You know what I'm saying? You need some veterans. You better not throw up on me, nigga. Bowler, yeah, he good. He gonna have to put some weight on. Put some weight on. Man, hold on. You better not throw up on me, nigga. Mason think he can get away with anything. But yeah, I like I like a lot of guys out there. You know, I like De'Aaron Fox. But I'm all about. I mean, it's a lot of guys the Pistons can draft. We didn't turn this into a Piston stream. They not letting Michael Porter Jr. go nowhere. You crazy? They about to lose Paul Millsap. Nah, yeah, Oubre only 24. Yup. Clippers said they might go after D Rose. They can have him. I would like to see him stay here and tutor like the next point guard though. I mean, if we didn't get Hilburton or one of those guys, I like the kid from France too. I like him as well too. It's a lot of good guys outside of point guards. The kid from Vanderbilt, the kid from Auburn. Um, it's a good draft to get multiple picks. The Clippers need to get rid of Paul George. I mean, oh my god, terrible, terrible. But yeah, man. Any more questions? I'll close out on the Lions tip. So Sunday, to give you an overview, it really boiled down to offensively. My game plan is a lot of Hawkinson, a lot of Peterson, a lot of Swift running and out the backfield, catching it, play action, and then once they occupy the middle of the field, they occupy. Then I look for Golladay, Jones, and Amendola defensively. It should be a lot of pressure, gap discipline, pressure up the middle, and contain Kyler Murray on the outside. So Lonzo might get traded. Yeah, he got a payday coming up. I like Lonzo. I don't think Lonzo trash. Lonzo shot around 40% from the three. I don't just think the bubble was. Everybody not gonna perform well in the bubble. A lot of guys overperform. A lot of guys underperform. The bubble is not. I don't take the bubble serious. It's like the Matrix. It's like the internet. I don't take it serious. I said I wasn't counting this championship too much asterisk. Lonzo's still a good ball player. Hopefully, strict advice. Hopefully, Golladay get paid soon. He might get traded soon. Who knows? I want him to stay. He's a good ball player. I want him to stay. I think Denver would want Okongwu. Nah, no, they don't. Denver, good where they at. They got Michael Porter Jr. gonna be their primary scorer. Mike Malone going home. Murray, point guard skills. Jokic, they all right. They got too much talent. They got Bola. They got Will Barton. They probably gonna get rid of Gary Harris and Paul Millsap this offseason. They got too much talent, bro. They got Monty Morris for Flint. They should have cut Beasley, but they had to pay him. So they got a lot of talent. I like Tyrese Maxey, Kentucky. It's a lot of. I don't like Maxey game. I don't know why. It's just something about him. I don't like him. Maybe because he positionless or something. But he can score it though for sure out of Kentucky. He can score it. He can score it though. I don't like the other kid from Georgia neither, Anthony Edwards. There's something about him that rubbed me the wrong way. He gave me stuck. He gave me Stucky vibes. Wish Detroit team with a championship first. To be honest, probably the Tigers, because baseball you can rebuild quick. When Michigan October 24th. I don't think they open versus Minnesota. It might be Minnesota. I'll pull it up. I'm gonna tell you right now. I forget. They open up against Minnesota. Yup, Minnesota October 21st. The 31st they play Michigan State. Their second game. Their third game November 7th. They play Michigan State on Halloween. Ooh. November 7th they play Indiana. November 14th they play Wisconsin. The 21st of November they play Rutgers. The 28th they play Penn State. The 5th of December they play Maryland. The 12th at Ohio State. December 19th Big Ten Championship. That's the schedule. I like Anthony. I like Cole Anthony. I like what's the boy daddy named Greg Anthony's son. Winston. I like Winston game. I think he probably gonna be more of a reserve point guard though. Go green. Don't nobody like Michigan State football. Basketball, they all right. Nobody like Michigan State football. Come on, y'all. It's really Michigan State football fans out here. Wonder how Minnesota's gonna look this year. They shocked me. Yeah, they lost some talent, but they good. They got a good coach. Come on, it's really Michigan State football fans out here. Come on, answer me, dude. Don't be ashamed. Will this be the year Michigan beats Ohio? Hopefully. But Ryan Day said he gonna murder Jim Harbaugh this year. Harbaugh pointed out he cheated in the offseason on the Big Ten conference call. He said he ain't. He said he gonna run the score up on Harbaugh this year. Like I said, don't be ashamed if you're a Michigan State football fan. I didn't know they existed. It's a Lions fan. It's Michigan State don't exist. Come on, man. They don't even, man. Y'all stadium suck. He said they gonna drop a boy. Yeah, he was talking cash shit. I'm like, oh, hey, this year, if they get anywhere close to about to get 100, I turn that shit off this year. It'll be the first year I turned it off. Real talk. Hey, look here, man. We get to the third quarter and they in the 50s, and we ain't nowhere. I'm turning that shit off. It'll be the first year I turn that game off before the fourth quarter. They get in there about 50. If they got 50 points in the third quarter, I guarantee you I'm turning it off. If they score 100, I'll personally go down there. And pick it and ask Jim Harbaugh to leave. He said Michigan State could probably beat the line. Man, Michigan. I don't know, man. They got a new head coach and all that. Man, them boys hang up 100 on us, man. I'm crying. Hey, look here, man. I definitely asked Harbaugh to leave, man. He got to leave the campus. I think Juwan Howard be asking him to leave too. He said cash check right now could beat the Lions. Oh man, y'all disrespect. He said they would drop a honey bun on Michigan State. Now Michigan State always got their number though. Michigan State could have beat Ohio State was that last year, but they ain't had no offense. Michigan State always got Ohio State number. I don't know why that is. If they get 100, he should fire. Hey, look here, bro. Hey, as soon as that triple digit go on that screen, I'll be handling his pink slip. He says 0 chance how Ohio puts up any more than 30. We'll see. They put up 100, nigga. I don't care. We carpooling down there, bro. We gonna meet at Fairlane. We gonna have an east side and the west side car. We gonna have one at Fairlane and one at. No, I don't know about Eastland. You might get shot going up in there. No, we'll Fairlane too. We have a carpool at Eastland and a carpool at Fairlane, ready to go as soon as they hit 100. He said Mel Tucker ain't doing nothing in Eastland. Yeah, I mean, he turned down the job at first. Michigan State remind me of the Clippers and when the Lakers talked about Michigan. You ain't lying. They had that little shining moment beating us. Especially when that punter fumbled the ball, man. I was mad. But yeah, let me get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I'm gonna go live Monday. If the Lions win Sunday, I'm gonna go live. Right? I'm gonna go live some point after the game. So I don't know what Sunday night football looking like this week, but yeah, appreciate